Hi everyone, this is part 2 of Tough Times Never Last and Tough People Do. It's a book by Robert H. Schuller, right? You will forgive me if I mispronounced his last name, right? This is my channel and it's called Save That Book, right? Now, part 2 was talking about problems. Part 1 of this book is talking about problems. We all experience problems in our lives. However, problems are not without solutions, right? Now, part 2 is more about responsibility, regaining your power over circumstances and problems that may be there in your life. Now, I'm going to first take one term that comes from the book, and that term is insulate. I take insulate to mean to sieve out. You take out the good from possible the bad idea. And pretty much every day we always have to decide whether to guard against the weeds into our minds. The stuff that we consume, be it social media, the stuff that we talk about with our peers, it could be stuff that could be totally bad for you, or it could be stuff that can build you into something better, right? So you do have that responsibility to always insulate the bad from the good. The late Jim Rohn used to say, if your enemy gave you poison, you would die, and so if your friend gave you poison. So be it you are with your friends, always insulate the negative forces, the negative messages they may be passing onto you, right? That's number one. Another thing that Robert talked about strongly in the book is practices that have become so normal and almost running within us. These could be things such as TGIFs, right? So these are messages that come from light-hearted conversations that we have, or practices. The friend might say something like, okay, it's a Friday, let's go and blow some steam, or which is more like TGIF. And he says, these are some of the things that have lowered the level of productivity in the people. That TGIF is a burnt energy, not only in one day, but because you went out and you went out partying and you're now tired. So you spend the whole weekend trying to recover. And to some people, the weekends may take over even the weekdays, because they do it so hard that it crosses over to the weekdays. So such things as TGIFs are also messing up with the energy you need to try and channel your life into the right direction. Also, another thing that I took from the book was motivation. If you have problems, it helps you not to criticize yourself, to look down upon yourself, to beat yourself down, negative self-talk. One thing that you need to have when you're facing problems is enthusiasm. Enthusiasm to get back again. Huh? If you were unemployed, get back there and find that job. It's not going to help you to sit down and say, well, when someone gives me a call, I guess that's going to be the time when I am going to go out and be employed. It doesn't work like that. You need to be active. You need to be proactive in trying to solve the problems of your life. So you need to be very enthusiastic. There's a song I like by Funkadelic. It's quite an old band now. It's called Good Thoughts and Bad Thoughts. And I'm just going to paraphrase the lyrics. And this song talks about self-empowerment. It says something like, your life fits you like a skin. You can ascend as high as you want to be, but you can descend to the lowest level of your self-concept. Meaning, it's always a choice. It's always a choice to choose to be someone who's gonna be sharp, to be someone who's gonna be always on guard against the weeds of the mind. We all know, we all have these things, these bad practices that are keeping us down, trapped into the mud. So it's gonna take a lot from you, either to motivate yourself to get out there and do something about your life, or you're just gonna do nothing and accept that your life is messed up. I guess you're gonna have to wait for someone to come and rescue you. And so also I think you have a lot to do in trying to fix your life with the daily practices, the routines. You cannot be doing the same thing hoping to see profitable changes. That means if you would just wake up and play video games, maybe it might be time to maybe pick up a book or try to sharpen your skill. I don't know what your passion might be, but find something that you can do that can be productive and profitable to your life. And that needs a lot of self-motivation, and needs a lot of enthusiasm. It needs a lot of self-inspiration. We can always get inspiration from outside, but no inspiration is as powerful as the one that's coming from inside. Right, so you're gonna need to do that a lot. Self-motivation, and connected to self-motivation is dedicate yourself. This be it meaning, if you know that you're wasting a lot of time doing useless things, you need to dedicate yourself in sifting out. Now, you need to decide which things to focus on and which ones to cut off. You need to be vigilant all day, every day. And one last thing that I took from the book is bait. Now, bait, just like fishing, we put a bait into a hook and throw it into a pond, right? Now, bait or baiting means you have to go where the opportunities are. If you are unemployed, you need maybe you need to make more phone calls. You need to write more emails. You need to knock on more doors than you have previously. So baiting is more like now not just a positive thinking, but it's positive thinking that fuels you to take action. You need to take action with problems that you have in your life. You need to take action in trying to eliminate them. Nothing is going to happen if you just gonna sit. Throw your bait, the fish might just take it. Take your chances in life. How do you know that you cannot succeed? So you need to be positive. If you always thought that the odds were always against you, or the stats are stacking against you, you need to believe that it can happen with you. And more than anything, lastly, that you must take from this book. Robert is a pastor, I believe. So he is more coming from a spiritual based point of view in writing this book. And he says you must surrender only to one thing, and that is faith. If you have problems, the reason why some people prevail and some people fail, we could be in the same darkness, right? We could be in the same darkness, stuck, but it takes people with faith to succeed. And faith means you're seeing it beyond your current circumstances. Nobody knows why you could have a sibling who doesn't achieve anything while you're the one who makes it. It only takes faith. So basically that is the summary of this book. Save that book. Thank you.